Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Relationship Wednesdays right here on KTN Life and Style. You've missed quite a lot, but you're still in good time, all right? She'll start at 7:30, just putting it out there, all right? Up next is, one of our very soul-searching segments, the mindfulness segment. Up next.
Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Mindfulness with me, Shalini Bala Lucas.
Hey, I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to KTN Life and Style.
Shukran. Pleasure being here.
This is where the magic happens.
Nipeleke na rieng ya lifestyle.
Haya basi nitakupeleka na rieng. Everybody knows you, famous face, familiar face, popular, and of course back by demand, Gmod, right? So first of all, I forget that your name is actually James Morrow. Like, how many people even know that your actual name is James Morrow? But Gmod is such a catchy name. What is the background to that name? Where is it your artist, your stage name?
Okay, I coined the name Gmod when I was still in primary school.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when I first wrote my first rap. It was around class 7 in primary school. I played around with my names, Jim Wathigo.
Oh, Wathigo. Oh, all right. That's really nice. So today, majorly, we'll be talking about, of course, your career. You're such an inspiration to many. I cannot emphasize that enough. And of course, you talk out loud about alcoholism, the fact that you're in it and you overcame the addiction. So majorly, that's what we're going to talk about. All right. So first things first, maybe you could tell us, where did, your alcoholism begin? Were you pre-exposed to it when you were younger? Is it because you were an artist and there was always free drinks? How exactly did you get to become an alcoholic?
I guess zile points umetaja, like everything umegusia, somehow led. Because I remember, like, in our childhood, we'd go out for like a family thing.
Yeah.
And, like, so they are wazee, like they're having drinks. Yeah, and plus in music, I'm usually a reserved guy. So like when I was pushed to fame and like having to blending with people and everything, we started experimenting with drinks, like the little bit of psych, not to shy away from the public. You drink a little. So because I've been in the game for long, it grew like the disease. So with time, it eventually became like alcoholism, like addiction.
Yeah.
But I think I wasn't in control of the alcohol itself, so it got out of hand.
But generally, it started off as you were just a social drinker, and then it just grew into something that was out of your own control. Yeah. All right. Okay. When I listen to that, and I'm thinking we're in the generation where, and you've seen this on social media, people glorify drinking on another level, especially during this pandemic.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think a lot of people have, freely share on social media. And it breaks my heart because I have young siblings and they are on social media, which, by the way, is something I've realized is so hard to control. So, my brother gets exposed to these things, and I'm just thinking, how do we even mitigate this,
I guess the internet and the social media thing and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's a pressure on guys, because most guys, they're trying to be happy online on the social media handles, but deep down, maybe someone is going through stuff and everything.
Yeah.
And peer pressure is a bad thing, because if you see your friends doing it, it seems cool. So like you don't want to be the outcast.
To be left out. Yes.
Your thing.
Yeah.
But through being through it all and everything, I can say it's overrated. I've had fun. 5 years sober, I've had fun bila drinks.
Oh.
Like you can go thanks. You can go out to a club, but you don't necessarily have to drink alcohol.
Exactly.
You can just be yourself, because uniqueness is is a trait that imepotea. You know, everybody thinks like blending in is the swag, but back in our days, if you stood out, that was the thing.
Yeah. I hear you. But then again, when did you have to go to hospital for you to be diagnosed with alcoholism?
Yeah, sadly, I had to go to hospital because I'm guessing family can definitely know the trajectory in your life, and they're real with you. I want to like the guys who are your friends who are just with you because of the fame and the money. Kwambia you've changed and it's negative and you should put a stop to this and everything. So at first utawasikia, but there's a time in Afkanga like when you realize you're actually harming yourself.
Yeah.
So you listen to the guys and you try and make a change because actually change is a gradual process. So it take time me kuacha alcoholism and through you kuchukua break and being to rehab, it helps. It's not something I'd wish on anyone,
Yeah.
but if you can avoid your point ya kwenda rehab, that's good for you. But kama umefika point you can't control it yourself,
Yeah.
addiction is actually sickness. So like you can accept to go for treatment.
Yeah. And please describe to us your time when you were in rehab. How was that time for you and your family?
Actually rehab is like prison. You're just secluded. You're just you and wale watu mko nao kwa rehab. Like the recovering addicts. You get visitations like a prison or like a high school, like weekends.
High school. You compared high school and prison and rehab in the same line. Where?
Because like back in our days in high school, monolization and everything.
Yeah.
It was like kidogo sikuwa najua yenyewe kumbe ndani kuna kuwaga hivyo. Yeah, it's like you're locked out of the things that you know, like you're locked out of the temptations of going to a club, going to buy maybe weed or whatever. You can't buy those things. You can't get those things.
Yeah.
So at first you have to try and listen to what the psychiatrist is telling you and everything, so that they assess you and let you out of the rehab. So like unaona kama hiyo time uko hapo for like 30 days, you have to be on your best behavior.
Yeah.
So it's actually a hard time, but it was a good thing because you can't access all those things that you were messing with. You're just trying to get out of that place.
Yeah.
That's and with time, you realize that it's helping you. So gradually, you adapt to how you get out of rehab.
Yeah.
And be your own person. Yeah.
So now I'm actually thinking about it. When you left rehab, did you have to keep going back? Like after you went home, did you have relapses of, unaona drink and you just say, okay, let me just take a shot? Did you have any relapse moments?
Yeah, I remember like when you said like not like a relapse per se, but nakumbuka when we were chilling with my pals, we were still working with my major Okonko the first time he was out of rehab. So I remember we were hanging out with them with like in a matrax and everything, and you like I can piga drink kidogo alafu unajua ile tu kutoa lock and everything, and ina affect negatively and everything. But I remember like Major is my boy, so he was like kuteleza si kuanguka, umeteleza but usirudi ile kuteremka ile kuanguka. So like I had to guard myself, nikajiambia hata hiyo kuonja yezi, so nikaacha kabisa. And inakuwa hard, but you can't be at a time because within 1 week nilikuwa nimetoboa, 1 month, 2 months down the line. Looking back, I thank God because it's 5 years and I'm good.
Wow. Would you ever go back to drinking?
No, I don't think so. Because it's not even I don't think so, no. Because it's not my thing. When pre-corona, when we used to go to shows, we used to go to shows in clubs. And guys were like, yeah, seriously, you don't drink and you're performing, you're chilling like VIP with the artist and everything, they're drinking and everything. But I guess it's a discipline. Because you have to have your own boundaries and you have to have your own limits and disciplines. So like ukabila drink, and I know where drinking is anirudisha. So why risk it? I don't need it. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. If something is going to put your health at risk, then honey, you don't need it, right? But then now, let's talk about the effects that this alcoholism had in your career and exactly what was going on in your head and in your life during the crisis. Because us as fans out here, we were that one of, Gmod produced music tena, alienda wapi, what is he up to, what is he doing? You know, you went off the chart completely. But what was really going on in your head, in your mind, all in consideration that you had such a booming career and all of a sudden it was no more?
Okay, after years in rehab and trying to get back to society and stay sober,
Yeah.
I had to take time away from music. So the best thing really realized taking a break from music is keeping busy doing something else.
Yes.
I was dabbling in graphic design when I was still doing music, but when I started doing music professionally, nikachana na graphic design. So after I took time off from music, I went back to college and pursued my diploma in graphic design. It
Oh, that's
took like
amazing.
2, 3 years. I actually did a 9 to 5 for like 1.5 years. Like nilikuwa
Wow.
nimeacha kazi ya muziki because like wale watu wako close to me walikuwa niambia maybe it's the lifestyle ya music because entertainment is different. It's not like a 9 to 5 at I wake up on Monday, I go to job till Friday,
Yeah.
then like I'll Saturday and Sunday. Entertainment is like if you have gigs on Saturdays and Sundays or Fridays and Saturdays, the whole week you're free. So like there's so many days that you're idle, and you know an idle mind will mess up. So when you don't have anything to do and the work ethic I equal jack a discipline, like I have to go to studio every day and every like keeping busy, even though ilikuwa inakumess.
Yeah.
But when I went back to graphic design school and pursued it to maliza diploma and actually do a 9 to 5, ili show discipline because I didn't have any free time. Sikuwa hata na time ya kwenda kwa club and everything. And it helped because through that time, ndo niliweza kuandika a lot of content. Because when you're away from the studio, uko na ile hanga ulikuwa nayo before uende kwa studio, like before you became famous.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, upcoming, you know, like chipukizi.
Yes.
I'm so hungry. I wanna get back to the studio, but like, hey, I have to go to Jobo. So I'll just write my rhymes. Nilikuwa na vitabu mingi. So after getting back to music, that's like 2018, 2019, don't really realize I have a lot of content that nilikuwa nimegrow nayo, like the material I'm about to release this weekend, this coming week.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. So quickly, you'll just tell us exactly what is coming this week. What should we be expecting? Where can we get the snippets?
I'd say this interview has come at the right time because I plan to release it in like a week or so.
Yes.
So you guys, the exclusive mtaisikiza kwanza on Lifestyle KTN.
Yeah.
The song is called I'll send you the teaser. Rhymes inaenda kituka. Vitu mingi ni kuregret hajaisaidia. Vitu mingi nimefanya na wish Joe singe. Regrets kibao, regrets kadhaa singe. Pita na yule dame sana jishuku singe. Jisikia mjanja nilenge buku singe. Maybe ningekufaa daktari singe. Like utahavu kunitafuta.
I like it. I love it already. I love it already. And there you've mentioned right within those lines, Kunini, you don't regret about meeting that shori. Kumitu your dame, sijui singe. So there is this song of yours I love so much. Hey, Kumbeni under 18. That song was such a hit. Till to date, it remains one of my most favorite songs in general when it comes to Genge. But then now that you're no longer doing the 9 to 5, the kudos to you. And now I've just realized something. If you realize you're not a disciplined person and you're honest with yourself, you just really have to push yourself into areas that are going to make you become a disciplined person.
Yeah, because actually, one thing I was lacking during my music career, ikianza.
Yeah.
Most Jim, you're talented, you have the flow, you have the skill.
Yes.
You have good performing, but I lacked discipline kabisa. You know, like when yule mtu wezi ambiwa hizo kukosa hiyo work ethic
Yeah.
cost a lot. Later on in life nilikam to realize you'll meet an artist who's more hardworking and more disciplined, and maybe unaweza kuwa outshine talent wise, but cause yako na disciplined, focus, determination na ko like anajua chenye anafanya atakupita.
That's
so
true.
Like yeah, hiyo part nilichukua life imenifunza virtues zingine nilikuwa na take for granted. And coming back to the game, I have a lot of okay, I'd say wisdom. I'm still young and everything, but the definite experience is the best teacher. Ile wakwambiagi, it's also the most painful teacher.
Lakini nini life story yako, it's very inspirational. And after you were able to beat down alcoholism, so this is a lesson that everybody out there who's struggling with addiction, they can also overcome. You started the Gmod Solo Foundation. Could you kindly talk to us a little bit about that?
I started out at the Gmod Foundation, but most guys were happy that I've reformed and everything, and I'm trying to share my story and help out guys. So the guys who wanted to be part of the team and to just work in a couple, and this guy Solo, he's a Kenyan, but he works abroad. So alikuwa na hiyo passion ya ku help the youth. Wale wanataka kuacha madre and ku recover. You know, addiction and recovery is a journey. And like vile alikuwa ananiambia, even from rehab za majuu and everything, wamechukulia addiction like a disease, you know.
Yeah.
You have to accept, yes, you're messing up, but you don't want to, but you have like to have someone to help you get the structures to get back your life on your path.
Yeah.
So and then help info and connections and peer logistical costs and everything. So now it's the Gmod Solo Foundation, and we used to do like talks and seminars in tertiary institutions, sana sana makole, waswa UON, wameniona, waswa Catholic uni nini. So ni vile mambo ya corona ilikama and everything, but we just find a way how to maybe mentor say and visit guys in rehab, because actually the first step to recovery is accepting you have a problem.
Yes.
Ukubali jomini make step kubwa sana. Because hiyo denial ndo inashindaga ile design. Pombe siachi leo naacha kesho ifikagi jo.
But they haifikangi.
Kesho like it's like 5 years down the line and for like mzee. And jai toka tu kwa base. Because hiyo kesho ukiamua like today, it's one day at a time.
Yeah.
Well, this is a way. Ukiamua utaona day by day utaona hiyo change na hiyo growth.
I love that. And I love what you're doing for a lot of youth out here. Would you say kwa ma-artists ndio wanapatanga shida mingi sana na addiction ya drugs? Especially, let's talk about musicians. Everybody in the entertainment industry. Inaka kama hapo ndio, even talking about abroad, when you mention abroad, I'm thinking artists are the ones who are normally highly affected by, you know, drug addiction and things like that. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, actually it's part true, because the entertainment industry is, you know, like social.
Yes.
You know, tuna entertain wase, tuna watu from zone ya job, so wanataka ku relax.
Yeah.
So when uko kwenye ku relax, hakuna ati ile kuvaa suti, ile umevaa tai, ati nikungoja hadi jioni ndio ku relax. As in tu mko easy. Plus kuna hiyo pressure, like you're just an ordinary guy, then ukabarikiwa your song hit, unajipata una have to perform like 1,000 guys, 5,000 guys. Wase wengi waga wanaogopa, stage fright ni kitu ya hiyo wako utakaa mjiambie wacha nijichangamshe kidogo ama nivute kidogo, na saa shida ya hiyo, if you don't control it, it will get out of hand.
Yeah.
The bad thing is guys don't do things in moderation. Inaendaga extreme, and if you can do it sober, that's like the best thing.
Yeah.
Like me hata mupata the best feeling nikiperform nikiwa sober, because like back in the days ninge perform then hata sikumbuki niliperformaje, because it was kama autopilot. Yeah, but nowadays I like alafu una learn from this show. Unajua, I do this, I improve this on my songs, I do this to mingle with the crowd better. Yeah, like when you're sober, a lot of good things just come from mind. Plus, having a clean state of mind in a the best happiness.
I hear you. Oh my gosh. Hey, you sound like you need to mentor people. Honestly.
Yeah, definitely, because nowadays when I listen to the stuff I write,
Yes.
it hits. Unajua, like when you write a song, then it's like, mazee buskiza hizo advice unapatia watu. Yeah, because definitely with experience inakuwaga una learn. Experience is definitely the best teacher, but I'd say a smart person learns. A smart person will learn from his own mistakes.
Yes.
But a wise person will learn from other people's mistakes.
I love that.
Like si lazima wewe mwenyewe upitie hiyo shida ndo uelewe. Angalia watu wako hapo wale walipitia alafu jiambie mimi sipiti hiyo njia.
Yeah. And then now speaking about, or rather speaking of other artists, yeah? Kuna bado uko na Gmod Entertainment.
Yeah, I have Gmod Entertainment.
Yeah, but the Gmod uliamua ukirudi unarudi with all the fire and force.
Unajua one thing nililearn through ile time niliwork na kina Clemo kina Jua Kali no nini back in Cali, like when you're a team, when you're a team vitu nasongaga zaidi.
Yeah.
So ukiwa peke yako unaweza enda haraka, but mkiwa wengi mnaweza enda far zaidi, like mnaweza fanya big things mkiwa a team. So like coming back to the industry, I tried out peke yangu, nilidu songs kama Fresh Baba, nimedu songs kadhaa, they're online on my YouTube channel Gmod Genge. But what I realized when I collaborate, like I'll get more fans, like fans on like style ya kama Rojomo nimefanya collab na yeye, nitaappeal kwa wase wa Coast, nikifanya song na J Blue nitaappeal kwa my young guys. So like nili realize ukiwa na team ina help career yako ina grow bigger and una outreach more people. So I'm for working with the team. Right now I'm working with a band called The Movement. They're young guys, but they're doing a lot of good deals. There's Soul Generation guys like Victoria. Watch out for them. Now under Gmod Entertainment, there's a guy like J Blue, Legacy. He's a young guy from Calif. Tunarudisha ile Uislando sasa.
Ooh, I love that, and I'm looking forward to your music, to your new song come next week. I'm such a big fan, and congratulations to you for beating down alcoholism. You're inspiring a lot of youth out here, especially during this pandemic. I've heard of so many cases of people dealing with addiction. It's crazy. So I love that you've given us the inspiration that everybody can beat it.
Yeah, everybody can beat it, because at the end of the day, see ati you are the first addict or anything, like unajua imeshafanyika, so unaangalia tu wale watu walitangulia, like muambia wase if you want to know, like you become your friends. So ukishindaga kila time na wase mnakunywa nao, utakuwa tu hiyo zone ya kukunywa. Lakini ukishindaga kila mse, kama wewe ni musician, ukishindaga kila time na wase wanashindaga studio, you'll have a lot of songs. If you're a soccer player, ukishindaga kwa grau ukifanya tizi, you'll be a good soccer player. Yeah, and like vile and I tell kwa ngoma yako, back in the days ilikuwa ni venye napewa maji kiroro, lakini sasa ni venye napewa maji tu water.
I hear you. Water is life.
Muhimu sana. Hata wale wasopata hangover ni juu ya dehydration.
Apple, you've taught a lot of people a lot of survival tips, honestly. But now we need to thrive in this life. So congratulations to you, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks too, and thank you for launching my new jam single.
We cannot wait. We cannot wait.
Exclusively on KTN Lifestyle.
Yes, this is where it all happens fast, okay? Sawa basi Gmod. Thank you so much.
Okay, shukran. You guys stay safe.
I really did enjoy that conversation with Gmod. He says if he can do it, so can you. Let's put an end to alcohol and drug addiction today. Yes, we can do it. All right, that was a lot to take in, so I'll give you a break. But when we come back with our love story. Stay tuned.